Hi guys, join me as I make a delicious Palestinian soup called freekeh. I'll be making it with nahari meat, and so let's get started. First, you want to start by washing your freekeh, which is green wheat, very well. There's a lot of particles in there, and as you can see, they float to the top of the water. I washed this probably 6 to 7 times, but I'm showing you 3 in the video just because I don't want to bore you. But you just keep rubbing your hands through it, and as you can see, I did a close-up so you could see all the particles that float to the surface. This is a lot easier than going through each piece, and I've just learned that over time. I used to go through each piece as I was making it, and I like this way more. Alright, so now that the freekeh is on the side, we're gonna cut our meat down. This is the nahari meat. If you can see, the marbleization in it is just stunning. Look at that. This turns into like kind of like a gelatin type texture in between the meat, and it's just so tender and juicy. It's so good. So what you need for this dish is your Instant Pot. I'm using the 10-quart one, diced onions, and the spices, which will be listed in the recipe, but I'll go over them in a minute. My soaked and washed freekeh, and my beef. For the spices, you have chicken bouillon powder, cinnamon, allspice, black pepper, cardamom powder, and bay leaves. Now you've got the freekeh that's washed, soaked, and drained, the diced onions, and we're ready to get our Instant Pot on. What you want to do is put it on the Sauté, and then you're going to add a cup of olive oil. This is Palestinian olive oil, so it's even yummier. Next, we're going to be adding in our diced onion. Just saute a little bit. This whole process before we pressurize it is about 8 minutes long. So now we're going to add in our nahari meat, the seasonings, and you're just going to mix everything together so the meat can have all the seasonings and spices on it, as well as the onions. You're going to do this process for about 5 minutes before we add the freekeh in. Okay, so now we're ready to add in the freekeh. If you notice it's not whole grain, this is the one for soup. You want to find the one that's a little crushed. If you can't find it and it's whole grain, just put it in your food processor and pulse it a few times. Now we're going to add in our pre-measured water. And now we're just going to stir it all together, and that's it. We're ready to close the Instant Pot for 45 minutes on the meat setting. Instant release once it's done, and get ready. It's beautiful. Look at how delicious that soup is. This will take you back home to Palestine. Trust me, you guys. Serve it with some green olives, some pita bread, or just as is. I just love it like this. The beef literally falls off the bone. It is so tender. You'll see right now with the spoon. I like making this soup with either beef with bone or lamb with bone. I hope you guys try my recipe. Check the caption.